I guess it's time for us to go ahead and get started. So, we are RTA Marketing Team here. I'm Nora Duran, Marketing Manager here in RTA. I handle all communications with our valuable clients. So, if you are receiving emails from RTA, it's me. Please don't ignore me. But now it's time to meet your presenter. Hi, Dennis. Please introduce yourself to us.
Hello. Before introducing myself, let me share the screen the content that we prepared today. Uh, can you see my screen, Nora? Is that okay? That you see
Yeah,
my
it's perfect.
great? Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Hey guys, welcome to this session. Yes, we will be talking about reopening. A little bit of ourselves, because we just need to. You're investing your time today here with us, and I just wanted to, prove you that you're not wasting your time here. We are a National Kitchen and Bath Association strategic partner agency, and we are a group of passionate marketing experts. And personally, I have years of experience selling kitchen cabinets. I started my career as a designer, and after delivering hundreds of kitchen cabinet projects with the working with homeowners and contractors. And right now, what we are doing here is just to combine our sales field experience and our academical knowledge that we learned from books. So we will see those blends in our campaigns. What we do basically here is we start with your website, we implement your Google Ads, paid ads strategy, and SEO, and we also combine those with your Facebook, Instagram, and all social media channels, and bring those people to you. So, today is not going to. We are not going to pitch anything. We are not going to try. We are not going to try to sell anything to you guys. This is just an informative session, and also for the question, as Nora said, please stick around for the Q&A session at the end. We will take your questions. Today's agenda is we're going to talk about how to plan, how to prepare the reopening and how to promote it, right? It's you can plan and prepare a lot, but since if you are missing your promotion part, it's not going to affect anything. So we're going to talk about how to promote it, and we will talk about a quick reopening checklist, a few things that you need to consider during your reopening, and we'll jump into the quick Q&A session. I'm not going to say these are unprecedented times or we are in this together. Those are these kind of things that you already heard a lot. And today we're going to focus on results, and we will talk about results today. So the current situation, this is as of today. Actually, this is yet from yesterday, but there's not much of change when you look at today. Those are the states that is being, reopened or partially open, like a regional opening. Here in New Jersey, we're still yellow. That you can tell by my haircut that we still closed. But on our campaigns in different states, we can see a huge difference between the leads that's come. Let's say the customers in Florida, the showrooms that we are working in Florida, has a big difference by the number of leads when you compare it to the ones in California or New Jersey or New York, even Pennsylvania. So that is when you reopen, that's quite obvious that you will increase some of even your foot traffic and virtual traffic that we're going to talk a little later in the slides. This is this is one of the things that after the reopening, you will start getting calls, and you will start getting people or any type of thing that will come to you and ask for information. That's for sure. So how to plan your remodeling, guys? First, your mindset is important, and this is going to be a little different than your grand opening, but it is still, you still have to be really excited about it, right? You have to convey that excitement to your customers, to your future customers. You will see that if you convey that excitement, it will give you a better sales process, and it will make your close rates better when you're talking to your customers. Safety versus cash flow. You got to stand with safety in this time, during this time, because yes, you have to consider making less money, but you have to consider making as safe as possible, especially if you have like a showroom. I see today we have kitchen designers, we have business owners, we also have even cabinet makers I can see here. But safety is important, most important. You don't want to see yourself in the news that like a hub of the news spread. No, no, we're not going to talk about that. But safety guidelines is important. You will see most of the retail stores are also, they will publish new safety guidelines soon. I believe that they are like the legal policies that they will publish soon, just because this is going to, for a little while, it's going to continue, and we have to follow some guidelines for sure. When you're opening your store, you have to open your virtual store, right? What I mean by that is you have to be prepared for virtual design appointments. Let me talk about that in the next slides. I just wanted to go ahead and we will talk a little more in detail about those virtual design appointments in the next slide. And your messaging strategy, you have to announce that you're open. You have to announce that your team is trained to keep your customers and their families safe, right? And you just say that you're sanitizing everything and taking extra precautions. This is something that you need to prepare. We prepared a messaging kit for you guys that's without a logo or anything. It's just a white label type of document. Email me after the session, info@rtamarketing.com. Ask that kit, we will just send it to you. You can even post it on your website, or you can put it on your Facebook and Instagram, or whatever you want, how you want to use it. But again, it's just put your logo in it. It's a Word format. Put your logo in it and just distribute that. Even if you have an email list, you can distribute that in your email list as well. So what is changing right here? So they were like a temporary phase. In the first phase, we see those panic buys, right? People are like in panic mode, buying bulk toilet papers and that kind of things. That's like a crazy March 2020. Then what? Right now we are switching something like a little more permanent, and how we behave was temporary, but what we are experiencing is permanent. People are at home, they are ready to put themselves in the camera, because they were working in front of the computer in the offices, but right now they have that Zoom meeting type of calls, just like we have today. They have like they don't really they don't have any hesitation to put themselves in front of the camera. That's going to affect our business. When they're looking for a remodeler, you can use that feature, that new thing in your advantage, and you can invite those people to open their cameras, to open their houses to you with their cameras, and you can make a virtual meeting with those guys. That's the thing that's really important right now, because people they're at home and they're not going to run to your stores or offices for a little while, that's for sure. But if you give them some sort of a nice momentum in the first phase, instead of giving you a call, if you do that first call with a virtual meeting, you will see that you will already book your round table meeting in the next phase. That's going to give you a really strong start when you are starting with the virtual appointments. So we will also talk about those appointment system, but your website, right? It's in the middle of everything. Well, right now your website is 2 times more important, at least 2 times more important, just because, well, again, we talk about the people are right now online, and if you can bring more visitors to your website, believe me, there are a lot of online traffic out there, and people are just making discovery searches. They started their discovery searches just because we know that in our buying cycle, people are just start start discovering, then they will decide to work with a remodeler, right? We do not offer an emergency service. They're not going to call the first number that they see on the top of their pages. They need some sort of time that they need to go there, and they have to look at your website, your portfolio, what you did, your reviews and everything. So our reviews and our portfolio is more important than any other home service in the industry. You can, if you have a plumbing need that you are calling a plumber, you're just gonna Google it and you're just gonna click on the first thing and give these people a call. But in our industry, it's a little different. They have to go there and see your website and everything. And so there are some important things that you need to consider when you're looking at your website. For example, uh, is your website optimized to convert visitors to callers, right? Or is that optimized to convert visitors to form submissions? They have to submit something to you, right? At least they have to show some sort of an excitement and some sort of a at least they give you a call, or they have to send you a form, right? Your website has to optimized for that particular task. And another thing, you have to replace, and you have to place some call to action buttons on your website, and you have to do that strategically. That the call to actions that you put on your website will bring you the sales, and will bring you, you're not going to waste any leads that any leads that visited your website. You're not going to waste it. So once you have this phone call, or once you have that form, that the form submission, which is more valuable than a phone call, obviously, because you will be getting email information, name, and phone number at the same time, right? If you get that form submission, that's the way to go. There we go. You have an active lead there. And we'll talk about an autoresponder in the next slide, because when someone go to your website and fill out a form, you definitely need an autoresponder to these people. And I'm going to tell you what to ask those people in the next slide. Well, at the same time, your website has to be mobile friendly, because again, just because of the support of your social media channels and everything, well, social media is a mobile thing, right? There are like most of the Facebook and Instagram users are on there using their cell phone, and when they are landing on your page through your social media channels, that's going to be a mobile user. And that's why your website has to be mobile friendly for sure. Mobile friendly means it's a responsive design. You cannot show a fraction of your website when they click on your links. You have to show a specifically mobile designed website for those people as well. And yes, appointment system is right now is a tool that you need to implement your business, because, well, first, safety. You need to know who is coming. You need to know, at least you need some sort of kind of a trackability of those leads. And those appointment systems are really smart. If you just tell them that do not book anything, do not double book me if you have just your own. If you tell those appointment system, do not double book me, they're not going to give you an appointment tomorrow at 2 p.m. They're not going to give you two appointments tomorrow at 2 p.m. Instead, they will ask next person, when I go to your website and look at your availability, I will see that you will not available for 2 p.m., but you're available for 3 p.m. So it will classify your leads, and also thinking about in both virtual and also both physical showroom visits, that you have ability to track those people, and you have a better way to communicate those people as well. So since you have this website right now with the appointment system and everything, the question, how are you going to promote this website? We're going to talk about the promotion, but basically, of course, you need some lead generators, right? For example, Google Ads. I will share my moneymaker keywords in the next slide, but Google Ads is a way that we reach people at the time that they need the service, that they need their cabinets or bathroom remodeling. And let's say when they land on your page, then then it will be more important to have your website really well prepared with your appointment system and everything. Second, your SEO. Well, for example, do you have, well, this is pretty basic, right? You need to have some sort of pages for each of your core products. And there are some technical things related to it that, like, you need title tags and H1 tags that has to be optimized, because it's like going to a Barnes and Noble store, looking at the signs in order to find the book that you're looking for, right? Google works the same way. Google will treat your users, your customers, as a Barnes and Noble customer that walk into the store. Your labels and your signs and everything has to be optimized, right? Then it will be a better user experience, since Google always tries to give the better and best experience to their users. So, and Facebook and Instagram implementation, we will talk about remarketing in the next slide. Well, you can do not boost any post on Facebook and Instagram. It's not going to give you any sales. It's just going to give you some likes, like random likes. But what we are looking for is the people who are in the market looking for services, right? So Google is a good way when they type something, kitchen remodelers near me type of keyword, or kitchen cabinets near me type of keyword. It shows that they are in the market and looking for something. But there's no way for in Facebook to reach those people. On social media, you cannot reach those people, just because social media is not a good place to reach those people at the time that they need something, right? You can track down a lead for like a year or 2 years on Facebook, but when you get a lead on Google, these guys is going to land a remodeler in next 15 days for sure. So those are the things. Emails and reviews, yes, you have to trigger auto emails when we talk about the importance of our reviews, right? You have to trigger auto review requests from your VIP customers. Since our industry is a little different than well, we can tell that one person, just because their delivery truck arrived like 10 minutes, 5 minutes late, they will be ready to give you one star review. So you have to be there. You have to ask your VIP customers to give you a 5-star review. Of course, you're 100% sure that they're going to give you a 5-star review, just because they are really good people, and you know that they are not crazy. And they will give you 5-star reviews. And you have to ask these people. It's like, again, I always say the same thing. It's like a money in the bank. If you do not ask for new reviews, those reviews is going to go down. It's not going to go up. People will be there to write you something just for a quick revenge. So in order to avoid that, you cannot avoid those people, but you can just increase the number of reviews and make those reviews invisible as much as possible. So yes, this is how you prepare your website. Those are the most important things. We were talking about the promotion, right? Here's how to promote your business. You can see on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see my moneymaker keywords: kitchen cabinets in Jersey City, or kitchen cabinets for sale in Austin or your city, and kitchen cabinets near me. When people put those keywords in Google, those are not like do-it-yourself type of people looking for just some ideas. Those are the people looking for something and looking for a renovation. For the kitchen cabinets, of course, there are a lot more keywords for the bathrooms as well. So you can use those keywords. Of course, negative keywords is also important. You don't want anything who's looking for kitchen cabinet handles. Put handles as a negative keyword. You don't want anyone who's walking into your store with that one piece of handle looking for the same one. Hey, I found you on Google. Do you have this particular handle in stock? So you can see the towers of your handle, but you don't really want to spend money to bring those people to you. You are looking for the people who are ready to buy, who are ready to spend thousands of dollars for the next renovation projects, not one handle. So I have more than 100 negative keywords just to filter those people out. And again, all these negative keywords I put there with an experience. So you have to also look at your keywords, and you have to create your own negative keywords. That's really important. This is our mission critical thing, and this is really, it's an asset for our agency. Your SEO, yes, your keyword optimization. For example, if you're if you're a bathroom remodeler, you have to increase the density of those keywords in your website, right? Well, it's not like 1990s. You cannot just paint those bathroom remodeling and just post it like 100 times on your website background. You're going to get penalized. Google is going to penalize you. If you try to trick those search engines, they will be there to penalize you. Believe me, it's 2020 and they are really smart. And if you're not giving people valuable information, they are not going to give you that authority. If you're giving people a really type of thing that they can learn and they give them what they are looking for, Google will pay you the price for sure. And you need strong and fresh content on your website. We are right here. Strong and fresh content. We are talking about blogs. We're talking about the post, like anything, any fresh content is really important. If you're putting something on your website regularly, that's going to bring you fresh content. Of course, it has to be relevant content. Time on page also important right now. When people, even scroll down rate is another indicator that's showing Google that you have a informative website. When they come there, if you just go there and try to, they just leave your website without scrolling down, that's going to give a bounce rate to Google, and Google will say that these people they're bounced. In order to decrease the bounce rate and give Google good signals, you have to at least optimize your web page and create some sort of excitement through the bottom of the page, and that's going to improve the time, the time on page for the users. One last thing is again, one last thing that is really important is your website speed, especially beginning of 2020 January update and Google algorithm changes will bring us a really important web speed changes. That's website speed is more important than 2019 right now. So mobile website speed and desktop website speed. I'm not talking about one version. I'm talking about two different versions. You have to check both of them. Go to Google after this session. Go to Google, put like a website speed type of thing, and Google will give you the results. If you have over 80, you're good. If you're over like 40 or something, that you need to improve that speed, that Google will prevent your website to be on the top of the search results if you don't have a fast website. Facebook and Instagram is a big kind of question in our industry, right? How to use it? Well, what I see, I tested a lot. I tested with all my clients, and I spent like thousands of dollars of my clients' marketing dollars to bring them the return of investment. I'm telling you the best practices right now. You shouldn't boost anything on Facebook, or you shouldn't just go there and promote my page on Instagram. You should use retargeting with, you have to implement retargeting pixel on your website. What that means is, it's really easy. When you go to Amazon and search for Nike shoes, right? Nike shoes, you will see Nike ads everywhere in different web pages. And also even some of the apps that you are using, you will start seeing Nike ads. That's called retargeting. Once people land on your website, you have to implement Facebook pixel on your website, and Facebook will grab this people information. It's not computer or cell phone specific. If this person is logging in from another computer, right, or another tablet, they will be able to see your ads, and they will be able to see your posts. So this is something important that you can invest your money on. You don't really need to invest anything like a boost my post type of thing, because when it's kind of a content that is relevant content, we ask Facebook to populate lookalike audience, and we tell Facebook, okay, Facebook, bring us people that is looking like the exact, that like John. John has some credentials in their accounts, right? He is looking for kitchen cabinets. Obviously, he visited a couple of kitchen cabinets websites, and he is clicking that kind of thing. So Facebook knows that. This is how they built Facebook. This is why they're successful. And they're going to populate and they're going to find similar Johns, and they will promote your ads to these people. So this is the way that you go. Do not boost anything again without creating this base audience, and you have to implement Google Ads and SEO to your Facebook and Instagram ads, and then you can get successful. You can get the success. Okay, it's almost 2:30. I promised that's going to be 30 minutes, but this is something that I believe is really important. Reopening strategy for the it comes with the virtual meetings. Last couple of weeks, I spent hours in virtual meetings with me, my client's designer, and a future customer. 3 people. It's a roundtable meeting. I was there just to take some notes, and I was there to, see how we can create the best practices for these virtual meetings, because I have to train my own clients, and we don't really want to waste any leads. So those are the best practices. First, you gotta be simple. You gotta ask simple. You gotta talk simple. Do not ask any complicated questions. Even ceiling height, for example, it's important to give an estimate, right? Ceiling height is an important measure. Do not ask this, because if they are opening their homes and in their webcams, you will see that that you can tell the difference between a 30-inch cabinet and 42-inch cabinet, right? And then you can understand, since the countertop height and the backsplash area is the standard height, you can see the ceiling height from there. There you go. You don't need to ask this. You just see and just take some notes. And appliances, same as appliances. If you have they have like a 30-inch refrigerator or 36-inch refrigerator, you can know, you can just see it. You don't really need to, oh, could you please measure that? You just need to ask those people really simple measurements, wall to wall, wall to the window sill type of measurements, window measurements. That's it. You don't need to ask anything more than that. When you treat them like in a kindergarten level, you will see that those processes will be hassle-free, and these people will be more open to work with you. So second thing, evaluation is key for pricing, right? Before the meeting, you should know what cabinetry that you're going to use for your pricing, right? You're going to use a kind of economical product line, or you're going to go high end? How to understand that is your autoresponder. When they click and book a virtual meeting, you will send an autoresponder to these people, and you're going to ask their address information. In order to complete your request, please get back to us with your address information. They get back to you with your address information. There you go. You have a valuable information. Well, you have to ask the job site information, of course. There will be a difference between a $2 million home and a $500,000 home project. So you can adjust the cabinetry that you can decide the cabinetry that you're going to use for your pricing. And also you have to try to keep your quote amount as low as possible, because it's not like your showroom visit. People may have like 10 virtual meetings in one day with 10 different people if they can find it. And you should be competing with those guys at some level. Because of that, you have to keep your quote amount as low as possible. You do not use fancy stuff. Do not use corbels or like a drawer pantries or that kind of stuff on your designs. And also, it's your intellectual property, right? You don't really need to share any kind of measurements or something. You just share the renders and how it looks like. So always consider that these people will take those information and go somewhere else. And well, you can offer those upgrades in the next meeting, in the next roundtable meeting. Number 4, you have to position yourself as a person that is easy to work with, and you shouldn't. Again, this is related to the questions that you're going to ask. You shouldn't ask like complicated questions to these people. Be simple. And number 5, try to schedule your in-person appointment to proceed. That's mission critical, because we tried like maybe 20, 25 times try to sell something. Yes, we couldn't sell. They're not going to buy anything virtually since they are spending thousands of dollars. They're not going to buy. They still need some sort of a roundtable meeting after those. So in the photo, you will see that like a laptop, like a customer rep or designer, but open those sessions on your cell phone and you can take your customers to the in the store, in your showroom. You can show your cabinetry, you can show whatever you have, you can show your samples. Do not open that session on your computer. Instead, open that in your cell phone, on your mobile phone. Download Zoom app and just talk to these people, even FaceTime or Zoom. I prefer Zoom. We definitely recommend Zoom for those. It's really easy to use, and that it's easy. Also, it's really practical to show what you have in your showroom, that you can give them a virtual visit, virtual showroom tour. And this is what happens. Well, this is the beginning of May, and we booked Zoom meetings, and then we booked showroom meetings after that. You can see Lynn over here. The last name is hidden, but Lynn over here booked the showroom meeting. First Zoom meeting here, then showroom meeting there. I mean, there are different people. Here we go. You, Marie, that is booked a Zoom meeting and showroom meeting here. Well, there are a couple of other folks that are booking their meetings over here. That's look at that. You don't see any double booking here, and these people have their names and where they're coming for. There's either Zoom meeting or showroom meeting. Their time is there. When you click on it, you will see customer information. This is an appointment scheduler. Well, this is our appointment scheduler. It's Super Susan. We call her Super Susan. The names come from Laser Susan, of course, but she's super. Today, you received the emails to come to that webinar. Super Susan was sending you these automated emails, and we got over like 100 people that is registered for the webinar. She sent like 400 emails. I need to hire someone to send these 400 emails. Same as your business. If you are at least if you are getting some sort of a virtual or showroom appointments, you have to remind these people. If you do not sending reminders to these people, they're gonna forget. There's going to be a no-show, and you're gonna waste it. You don't need to. You don't want to waste that lead, so you have to send reminders. Today you received some reminders, right? You received our link just to get in right away. So those are the things the simple things, that are automated things that you can do with Super Susan or any other virtual appointment system that you can have. And drag and drop type of thing is kind of customer. This is your pipeline. Start with the Zoom meeting, showroom meeting. If there's a no-show, you can put it here. There will be another emails going to these people, another campaign automatically. Jane is getting, hey, Jane, what happened? You missed your showroom appointment type of thing. If you give an estimate, you put it there. We're going to follow this up, these people. If you confirm that people, you will drag and drop over here. And if you're requesting your review, you will put it over here. So it's pretty much like a thing that you can use for your business. Reopening checklist. First and first, guys, sanitize your store. Refresh your storefront windows and your signs and everything. Show you just announced that you are there. Your website, you upgrade your website, saying that you are back. If you have like an additional policies that you have, put it over there. You have to put those additional policies. Create an autoresponder. Again, when they send a contact form or anything like an information type of getting, you have to create an autoresponder to these people. And if they are booking a virtual appointment or even showroom appointment, again, your autoresponder, it needs to include that question: what's your address? What's the job site address? That it will give you valuable information about your customer. Ask your customers to leave your review on Google, Facebook, or Yelp. Well, you know what? This is something that you always need to do. But again, since we were all talking about the importance of our website, yes, that increased the importance right now. It's a really hot topic. Social media, if you are not promoting anything with your marketing dollars in social media, try to go live. Do not record the actual video and upload it. Instead, if you go live, right, if you're like it's something that you want to say, go live, guys, because Facebook likes those live sessions. It's going to distribute more. And another thing, if it's like a live session that you talk about, like in at least maybe like a 30 minutes, right, or 15 minutes, chop those video into pieces, then upload those videos as a, you know, kind of follow-up content on your social media channels. You don't need to upload a 20 minutes video over there, and you just instead just put it on live, and then chop those videos and then add those videos to your social media channels. That's what we do, and we got really great results with that. And yes, you're going to position yourself as a remodeling expert. And still talking about those videos, you have to give people some tips, right? When you're talking about like how to remodel your bathroom or kitchen, people will see your face and they're not going to forget that face, right? If you're really serious about your marketing, you're not going to forget about my face, folks. When you see our emails in your inbox, that will be a little more different than in other type of generalist agencies, right? That will be different. So that's going to give you the same effect for your clients as well. So they're going to trust you. They're going to see you in front. They will put you some sort of a celebrity type of model. And then when you try to promote something to these people, you will get a better close rate. And last but not least, make a contingency plan. Guys, hopefully, God forbid, it's not going to happen again, that kind of pandemics and everything. We are not going to experience that again. But do not overspend. You don't need to spend that $50,000 to expand your showroom or office. You don't need to do that right now, right? Keep your funds available, and your employees, invest in your employees, and those plans. You make your plan B. That's more important. We don't really know how this weird thing is going to be shaped, but we are here. Life's going on, right? We have to create those precautions for us. So, you know, avoid overspending and do not try to make like that kind of investments during this time. At least a couple of months extra. Just give us another, maybe until the end of the year. So avoid spending that much of money, and invest it keep it in your bank accounts. As a quick recap, well, yes, again, you have to start with your website, your SEO, your Google Ads you need to implement, your Facebook and Instagram, and then you will bring those people to your store. If you give me $1,000, if you give Google $1,000, and if you give me the authorization to spend $1,000, in a month or two, I can tell you what channel brings you the sales, what channel that $1,000 that you spent, you sold that next project in what channel and how. I can tell you that. I have really good measures and everything. So, you know, if you have like some sort of marketing dollars that you want to spend, I can tell you what the best return of your investment in terms of different channels. You have to know your numbers as well. Even if you're not working with a professional agency or a freelancer, you just need to know your numbers, and you need to invest your money where you have a better, higher return of investment. So that's mission critical. So that's all for today. Sorry, I almost, it's 42. Thank you so much for attending. Right now, go to rtamarketing.com. You will see our homepage. Scroll down, you will see my calendar widget. Go there. You will see my availability there, right? And click your date and time. Then we can sit down and talk on one-on-one. I can tell you I can make a quick audit your website and talk about your organic footprints, right? Low-hanging fruits. And let's say talking about your strategy as a whole, talking about your competition in the area, who's getting most of the clicks and everything, right? Or a plan, like a roadmap. Go there, book it, and I will get notification right away. Nora is here as well. So we are a group of professionals helping kitchen and bath businesses exclusively. We are not working with anyone else. And so just use that and we can talk to you. So let's see the questions that you guys have. Let me see what we have over here. Let me check. Okay, here's a question coming from Henry. Do you recommend virtual showrooms? No, I do not. I do not recommend virtual showrooms. If you're talking about putting your showroom like an on your website, no. This is just for the desktop users. And remember, we are talking about both desktop users and mobile users. It's not a mobile-friendly thing. And once you're booking your virtual appointments, your customer will most likely they are going to open that Zoom meeting on their, when you're going to open that meeting on your cell phone, right? Or your salespeople can open that meeting on your cell phone. They can show the showroom or your samples in your office using that cell phone. And that's going to be more user-friendly. You don't need to spend like another $5,000-$6,000 to a photographer to come to your showroom, take some photos. If you have it, it's good. I'm not telling you wasted your money, but if you're planning to do something like that, no, right now it's not a good time. You need better money-making practices, not this. You don't really need to do that since you have that ability to show what you have in your showroom with your cell phone. Use that instead. Do not use photos. Okay, let me see another questions here. Okay, here we go. Gina is asking, what's your virtual appointment close rate? 0. Our virtual appointment close rate is 0. Again, people won't buy anything on Zoom, right? They're not going to spend that $40,000 for the next renovation project. They're not going to send you a credit card authorization form just because you had a quick Zoom meeting, right? They will come and see you in your showroom or in your office for sure. And that's why you need to prepare it for this. You shouldn't try to sell anything on this Zoom meeting. You should focus on being or positioning yourself as a expert. You have to show that you know your business really well, and then you have to use this expertise to book the next appointment. That's where that money is gonna come. That fund is gonna come, not from the Zoom appointment. It's not going to happen. We are not going to see anything. Okay, a couple of questions that I have already. Nora, I cannot check the questions on Zoom. Do we have anything extra other than that?
No, not for now.
Okay, all right. Give it
Zoom.
another minute, maybe if there's another question. Guys, feel free. We are here. We are live. Feel free to type any questions that you have. Let's give it another minute. Well, again, if you are serious about your marketing, go to my website, go to our website, rtamarketing.com, and book your strategy session.
There's a question.
Yes. Okay. Let me see.
If you can repeat the email address to get the information.
info@rtamarketing.com. info@rtamarketing.com. We will get that information. We will get your email. We'll get back to you with the, I will send you those messaging kit. And also, well, you will also receive a recording. I will send you the record of this. I'll see some chat also.
And also there's a comment. Can you read it, Dennis?
Yes, with the right PowerPoint or OneNote presentation, it is possible to sell via Zoom. Not easy, but doable. Yes, it's doable. You're right, Patty. It's doable. But a couple of weeks ago, I told one of my clients, it was obviously it was a really small project that we booked a virtual appointment. It was a really small project. And I told my clients just to push really hard, really, really hard to get that sales. It's not like a thousands of dollars. It's just I think it's like a couple of $1,000, really small project, right? Let's go there and let's sell this. We can risk this lead since it's not the most qualified one, right? We tried really hard. We couldn't succeed. It didn't work. But well, again, it's doable. You're right. But what I believe is you got to focus something that works better. That meeting, you shouldn't try to sell anything other than putting yourself as an expert in front of everyone, and then you will see that these people will be a believer. They will just believe that you are the right person to start their project. They are not going to be infected for any other quotes or any other type of estimates that they are getting from different vendors. They will be infected with your authority and with your expertise, and they will go there and come and buy from you. You're right, Patty. That's doable, but that's people still learning, right? I'm still learning. You're still learning. That's a process, and I'll still give it a couple of extra, a couple of months, because that's a process. We don't really know how the market is going to be shaped in the next couple of days. Even your vendors, right? There are some big vendor problems that the supply chain is breaking, and even the vendors of your vendors are maybe they're not there. Most of the big vendors that you guys have, they're struggling with the inventory issues, right? And so that is also something that you also take into consideration and everything. So you put it in a process, and you will see in a clearer picture, better picture in the next couple of months or weeks. So I will be sharing from here. Again, we are doing these live webinars almost every 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, depending on our schedule. And we will also announce it on our webpage, and also from our email list. Well, we will, I hope if there is no other questions today, just wanted to thank you for coming here and joining us. Well, that was, I believe that you got some valuable information. And yeah, we are hoping to see you in the next webinar. Nora, any final words?
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, and we hope to contact with you soon.
Yes, do not ignore Nora's emails, folks. She's going to send some emails to you. All right. See you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.